and I'll never back down. In the middle of the ring is where I lay the smack down. Against all odds, I will always prevail. So when you step to me, it's like hell in a cell.
Yo! Alright guys, Delzinski here and welcome to another We Talk. As per usual, I am joined by the one and only Professor himself, Weeds.
Hello mate, how's it going? You well?
I'm very good, thank you. You alright?
That's a very dramatic entrance you've had again with the yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
I'm good. I'm ready to talk Daniel Bryan, aren't we, this week?
Yes, we are indeed. We're talking Daniel Bryan because, as everybody knows by now, Bryan is out.
No!
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gone for over dramatic there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's out, and he's out for a considerable amount of time. By the looks
Is he though?
Well, yeah, I think so. By the looks of it,
lot to debate, isn't there? Lot to debate.
Well, he's definitely out for at least 3 months, by the sounds of it, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Get Bree to rub it better. He might come back a little bit quicker.
Possibly.
Dr. Boo Boo.
Yeah, I think WWE.com posted today that he'd had his neck surgery. It was successful, and they're looking at about 2 to 3 months. I think is that the minimum?
It's got to be, really. I mean, you don't want to muck around with anything with necks, really, do you? You've got such a history in the business. Everyone from, Stone Cold, particularly, he's one that really sticks in the memory. He had nagging things ever since Owen Hart dropped him on his head. And it's one of those ones with the kind of the style that Bryan's got. Probably best to have a look at it as quickly as possible, see if it is something they just need to tidy up and maybe go from there. So, yeah, I'd imagine it's got to be at least a couple of months of healing, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that the concerns were that they'd find out more when they actually went to do the operation, that there were more things wrong with his neck. So they were thinking that possibly it could restrict him in terms of what he did in the ring. So it sounds like that they didn't find that. So hopefully it was a success and that he can get back sooner rather than later.
But I don't know. Do you reckon it's just one of those pictures that WWE.com have put up there where he's literally off his face on drugs and morphine and stuff? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll be back. He's like, Daniel, you can't even feel his legs. Don't even know where he is.
I got to admit, he does look pretty happy for somebody that just had serious neck surgery.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he just had a bed bath. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that was before.
He looks happy.
Maybe Bree was dressed in a nurse's outfit.
Oh, you're kind of floating a kind of fantasy WrestleMania 31 match there.
Yeah, so I mean we are talking Daniel Bryan, as you can obviously tell, but what we want to talk about mainly is how does the title picture unfold now with Daniel Bryan not being there? I mean, it sounds like on Raw we're going to get a major announcement and some clarification around what is going to happen with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So, Weeds, what do you think is going to happen? Is it going to be a tournament, or do you think there's just going to be a superstar who says, those belts are mine?
Well, for starters, with this kind of undefined time frame, do you see them taking the belt off him?
Yes.
So that's definitely. So we're going to work under the assumption that the belt is being taken off him.
Yes.
Great. Well, what? Yes. No, I don't think you're going to get a chance started on that one. It took long enough to get it to him.
No.
So yeah, I feel so sorry for the bloke that he's had it for what, 6 weeks?
Yes.
And that looks like it's probably going to be it for the time being anyway.
Yes.
I'm all up for the tournament idea. I love the tournament idea. Going back to when they did it at the Survivor Series in '98, I think it was. And because it's a great way to put across people, build them up, start feuds, all this kind of stuff. So I'd like to see that happen. But who would I like to see the belt on? Only one guy, really. Brock Lesnar for me at the moment.
Yes.
Would you like to add anything else to that, or are you just going to agree with me?
Yes. No, I completely agree. I mean, the way that I see it is that you could have a title tournament. But what I'd rather see, because there are a lot of people that could be used for the title tournament. You've got the members of the Shield, Evolution, Cesaro, Lesnar, but I'd rather actually just see Lesnar face Evolution. And the way that my scenario would work is that Triple H on Raw this Monday gives the belts to himself, and he says, "Look, this is what's best for business." And
he's earned them. He has earned them. He's folded on the last 2 pay-per-views and let people beat him or his teams.
Yeah.
Or his teams. So he's due a win.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, Orton, albeit, might feel a little bit aggrieved, and so might Batista, but ultimately it is best for business. So Triple H takes the straps. It really then reiterates the fact that he is the authority, and includes Evolution. But there's one person that's going to be pretty pissed about this, and that is the man that conquered the streak, which is Brock Lesnar. And the reason being is, obviously, I could see this working perfectly, because Lesnar could come out and his promo could be pretty simple, to be honest. He conquered the streak to start with. So Heyman's going to be all over that. He's going to be nailing the fuck out of it. But on top of that as well, Lesnar can also add that Triple H had a couple of goes. I think he had 3 goes in the end, didn't he? At trying to nail the streak.
Yes, because it was 17 as well, and then the 2 he had after Michaels.
Yep, and he failed. You had Batista had a go at trying to defeat the streak, didn't do it either. And then Randy Orton as well had a go and failed as well. And the only man that has had the ability to do that is Brock Lesnar. So, there's only one thing really that is left to Lesnar to do, and that is become the world champion. And the way that I see it as well is that, Lesnar should feel like those belts are his, because he's actually conquered something that is almost, in a way, bigger than the belts.
Well, he staked his claim to them. What was it?
Yeah,
back in...
he said, didn't he?
It must have been about 4 months ago now. He said that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do. So I think, like you're saying, it's about time to get him actively involved in that title picture. Albeit, I'd like to see him a little bit more regularly than we've seen him since WrestleMania.
If he picks up the belts, he needs to be back more often. But as well, his course for championship was derailed by taking on the streak. So, he's done that now. He's settled that score, and there's only one thing left to do. And I think that a feud between Lesnar, Heyman, and Evolution would be pretty damn awesome. I would actually love to see that happen. I think it would just lead to some great scenarios between Triple H again and Heyman. But on top of that as well, you're going to have Batista in the mix, Orton. Or are you going to have Batista in the mix? That's something to talk about.
Well, yeah, like you're saying, it's definitely got to be a wider circle than just Triple H and Lesnar, because that's been done to death, hasn't it, in the last couple of years? It's definitely maybe. What would you have? Like Lesnar as a face in this, or both heels, or
yeah. Lesnar's not turning face ever. He's the biggest heel in the company. He's got the biggest heat because of what he did, but he doesn't need to turn face. It just the reaction for him interrupting Evolution would be massive, and for him to then actually just be a badass and say, "I want them belts. Those belts are mine." Nothing to do with trying to appease the fans. This is just out and out him, UFC style, so to speak. He wants those belts, and he's stating a claim for it. That's all I want it to be.
That would be great. And I think, like you're saying, you can't give the belts to Lesnar first, because at best he's going to work the kind of schedule that Rock worked at the lead up from the Rumble to Mania a year ago, and that was very sporadic. You saw him every 3 or 4 weeks. It's really got to be on someone else, and I can't see him giving it back to Randall. Bautista doesn't know what day of the week it is half the time, so
that's because he's from the Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
That's because his pants are on too tight.
Oh, okay.
Triple H is the only one, unless of course you give the belt to Stephanie.
No, that's not going to work. Although she does wear the trousers.
No, I was going to say she'd dominate. They won't get looking.
I mean, the only other one. I mean, for me, I just want to see the Lesnar versus Evolution sort of authority thing, because I would like Lesnar to F5 the crap out of the Authority. I think it's about time someone beats some sense into him. So that's why I fall for Lesnar. But otherwise, I'd go with a Roman Reigns coming in and taking those belts from a tournament perspective. I think they should have a massive world title tournament. Have some big names in there. Cesaro can push it and get quite close, but I don't think he's ready. But if you really want to create a new face to make sure you've got cover for Daniel Bryan, then now's the time. The Shield of face, and Reigns is meant to be the next big thing. He's meant to be the future of the company. It makes sense to give him that moment.
Well, let me throw this at you then. WWE, the world where anything can happen, but very rarely does. So yeah, anything can happen. We are going to, which town are we going to next for a pay-per-view?
No, don't do it.
We've got to discuss it.
No.
Because what did Mr. Bryan say on Mr. Jericho's podcast earlier on, or last week, I think it was? I would not be in this position if it wasn't for a certain somebody. So let's open that barn door again. See if we can get the horse back in.
You're talking about Buff Bagwell,
of course. What are the odds that we get CM Punk in any kind of WWE related kind of motion again? Because it still seems like it's miles away, doesn't it?
If you give CM Punk, right, at Payback a big spot and you allow him to take the belts back, right, regardless, that is just weak. I mean,
well, you would have folded to everything, because at the end of the day, like we said before, he walked out.
Yeah, I mean,
all his fans in the lurch over what? We don't know. Was it nagging injuries? Was it he didn't like where his direction was going with the company? But arguably, like we've said before, he would have been in that Daniel Bryan spot now.
Well, yeah, because he's everybody's favourite quitter.
But that's it. But the Punk chants have not died down, have they?
No, but that's just rebellion from the universe. It's not about Punk anymore. It's just sticking it to the WWE when people fancy it. And I mean, the thing is, right? I could get that he could make a comeback, yeah, and I could get as well the fact that behind the scenes potentially it's not as bad as what everyone makes out. You know, he may not have parted on such bad terms, and he may not be sitting at home sulking. This could all be, you know, a nice little plan to keep him away and then bring him back when the time is right. But for me, the way it's been dealt with, the way the situation's gone out, the way it's been portrayed is he walked away. He took his ball, went home. He walked away. WWE have then picked up the ball and ran with it. And I have to say, they've done a very good job. And it's made CM Punk look very bad, in my opinion. And it made him look like he didn't give a monkey's ass about the universe.
But is this WWE projected this image of Punk? Because I don't think they've said. Have they said an awful lot about him? Because I don't think they've said an awful lot about him at all. No,
not necessarily. Not necessarily that they made him look like this. But the way it's been perceived is that he took his ball and went home. And there's been lots of talk that, you know, Vince has reached out to him privately to try and fix the situation, and he's having none of it. And all the rumours that come out, I mean, the fact that he doesn't touch his Twitter account in X amount of time, again, and the way he carried himself on his Twitter account, you know, he's got a picture of a hockey player. It just feels like sometimes...
pissed him off. He blocked you straight away. There was no negotiating over it, was it? Blocked.
No, he didn't block me.
No, he's one of the few that hasn't. No,
he don't block me. So subject.
But for someone who was so over with the fans, he's
he never. That's exactly what I mean though. He didn't really care. Like, he blocked fans because fans would turn around and say to him, "Oh, you know, you're the best in the world," and they try and be nice to him, and I totally get it. Look, if you're getting bombarded with messages, it can get frustrating. But
people sleeping outside your house, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you don't want that kind of attention, you just want to be a wrestler. But it comes with the territory. If you don't want that, you don't sign with the WWE.
Exactly, just be on the independents. So So, I kind of found it a little bit obnoxious sometimes. I'd seen the people that he blocked on occasions. And, like I say, I'm not questioning Punk's ability. I'm not questioning Punk's actual work ethic in the ring. But what I am questioning is that he walked away because it sounded like he wasn't getting his way building up to WrestleMania. And WWE said no. And he said, screw you then, I'm going home. And I got it at the Royal Rumble. I got that, he was treated not that great. I couldn't see the way he got eliminated in the match, which kind of sucked. But pick it up and move on.
I honestly felt like it was going to be after. I didn't think he was going to get the spotlight at Mania, whatever came. If that was going to be set in stone, that was Batista and Orton, and something had to really seriously change that for it to happen. And he seemed to be that the thing that did start this great movement through the WWE. But I think he would have been facing arguably Triple H. That would have been quite a big storyline going in there. A very personal one, and I think he would have been in that title picture now. Just going back to where we started with this, I just feel so sorry for Daniel Bryan. The guy's absolutely worked his arse off from the 30-second spot he got at SummerSlam to this journey, 9-10 months later, and to have to give it up and within 6 weeks. That's just the biggest kick in the balls that you could possibly get. So I suppose for me, we're going into Payback here, and it's only a couple of weeks away. And I think the last time I checked, so I might be wrong with this, but the last time I checked, there's only one match set on that card, which is the Evolution and the Shield match. So what are your kind of thoughts when you see a card like that and it's 2 weeks? Are you in that kind of, oh my god, they're losing the direction of where this is going and all the momentum they had out of Mania? Or are you thinking, I kind of like it, it's a little bit unknown and anything could potentially happen at this pay-per-view?
So just to check, because I didn't actually know that, but so the only match on the card is again Shield versus Evolution.
I think the last time I checked, that was prior to Monday Night Raw. So I don't know if anything else has been set in stone since then. But last time I checked, that was the only match, and it's not that far away. And they don't add too many at once. Well, so maybe they might have added another one since then. But they never add a flurry. So it's quite still quite an important pay-per-view. When you it's the second one after Mania, and you're trying to build towards the next big one, which is going to be obviously SummerSlam, and it's kind of, where's it going? So it's kind of like, we always say this on these things, but make or break time again, isn't it?
Yeah, well then it's just crying out for a tournament, isn't it?
That's the only way.
You can have the whole World Championship tournament as the whole event. I mean, don't you remember when they had that Survivor Series, the Deadly Games tournament? And you had the Rock become the champion. And
brilliant.
It was a really good tournament. There's some of the spots in that. I think I remember it was the Rock with the nightstick nailing the Big Boss Man. The tournaments are good.
Turn at the end. Wasn't it? It was the massive turn from the Rock, who I think he aligned himself with Vince McMahon.
That was a really good pay-per-view.
And then wore that tracksuit for like the next 6 months. Do you remember the tracksuit? It was all black. The white piping.
But that's exactly the way that I could see you could do this pay-per-view. You could have a whole tournament in one night. But obviously then you'd have to maybe take out the Shield versus Evolution match, because I'd expect the members of the Shield to be involved in that.
I've just got Tony Schiavone running around here for me, because he needs a job, and he's just come back and literally told me Payback, they've only got that one match set. Poor old Schiavone. He don't get a lot of work.
What's he doing there?
Well, I keep him for odd jobs and things like that.
I bet you
Funny
do.
Beer or not those kind of odd jobs, you sick bastard.
It's fine. Whatever.
He's not my Buff Bagwell, put it that way.
Look, it's just business only. It's what is best for business, as Triple H says.
Best for business?
To have Buff Bagwell
straight up pimping.
Sponsoring the show, he knows what's going down.
So yeah, anyway, Payback, one match. That is all that is on that card at the moment.
Well, you can change that, can't you?
June the 1st, that takes place.
I'm not really a fan of a pay-per-view called Payback, to be perfectly honest.
Well, it feels like if you're going to have Payback, surely that would be after WrestleMania.
What's the
Rather
payback?
than Extreme Rules. Yeah.
Who's getting their
'Cause, you know,
payback? CM Punk? This is what I
Wow.
mean. This is what's so annoying, isn't it? I mean, you know, yeah, oh God, I don't want to talk about Punk anymore on these shows, but that's the way it is, isn't it? Oh, it's Payback. It's in Chicago. Oh, it's got to be Punk. He's got to come back. You know, and I'm proud to get loads of negative comments on that particular note. But aren't you guys out there bored of talking and hearing CM Punk's branded around that he could come back at some point? Come on. We've been going months now, and WWE has picked up pace since he's been gone.
I've got another one for you. You'll like this one even less than the CM Punk returns after a 4-month hiatus. What about the summer of Cena?
Fuck off.
Okay, what about Bray then? What about him moving up?
Yeah, that's fine. Just give the belt to somebody who's good.
Is he ready for that? He seems to be spending a lot of his time with little children at the moment. So John Cena doesn't seem to know what's going on.
Whole world in his hands. He's got it.
So we have got these people underneath, like you were saying, Cesaro, who could potentially move up.
Love Cesaro to become champion, but it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't
like we said before,
make sense.
Take Heyman away. Take Heyman away. So yeah, sense. It would be interesting. I think the safest thing that WWE will do, because we said they don't know what to do with Cena, so the easiest thing to do is put the belt back on him. I don't want to see that.
If that happens, that could be the end.
But
oh no,
that's what I can see them doing. Considering his last title reign, it got cut short, didn't it? Because I don't know, it seems to be, you win the belt at Mania now and you're getting injured within about two months after it, isn't it? So potentially he seems to be maybe the safest bet that they could go back and we could have the summer of Cena.
Weeds, I've got some bad news for you, because that is not going to happen.
I would love to see Wade Barrett being pushed back up there, but odds, you've probably got more chance of Adam Rose
give him all the belts
going over at the moment. Give him all what you just want. England, isn't it? It's UK, isn't it? Over here we have Sheamus with the US belt, Paige with the Divas title.
He's Irish. Can't say that. Can't
UK.
say that.
UK and Ireland. Sorry, UK and Ireland.
Can't say that. Can't say that. Sheamus has already put on Twitter that he's Irish. You don't give a fuck about anyone else. Deal with it.
Well, let's boo him when we go next week then. I'm not having any of it.
Yeah. I haven't mentioned to anybody yet, have we? We are going to SmackDown next week, so it should be very, very entertaining.
We were a little bit behind the time on getting Raw tickets, which I really wish we had now, considering we're getting this announcement.
Yeah, but who cares? We're getting to see Brother. We're getting to see the Hulkster. I've already seen him a couple of times, and it's good. Hopefully he's going to drop some leg drops,
And I'm going to try and remain sober for this event, so...
Try and staying awake at least.
Well, yeah, I will try not and pass out on this one. Well, I had a CM Punk t-shirt on. You can understand why I passed out before.
Don't forget, guys, obviously follow me on Twitter at Delzinski for live updates on how Weeds gets on at this event on SmackDown. Whether he's awake or not, I will keep you posted, so make sure you follow me. Are you going
to be live tweeting my beer intake, will you?
Yeah, every time he has a pint, I'll live tweet the picture of it. If you want that, hit that like button. Like it.
That could get messy, couldn't it? Did before. Yeah. Tried to wander off all kinds of different directions. Didn't know what day of the week it was.
If you're going to the...
But being fair, you made me sit through TNA. What was I meant to do?
How dare you?
I was so pissed I bought a ticket for the following year.
That was when it was good. Yeah, we're going next year anyway. If you're going to the SmackDown event this week, next week, sorry. If you're going to the SmackDown event, let me know via the comments box below, and I'll be sure to point out Weeds when he's half asleep to you. So, yeah.
We are normally located in the nearest bar, aren't we?
Yes, I will be wearing my Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat t-shirt, although Lesnar's obviously not going to be there.
And seriously, this time I don't want any more of this pestering Francesca Wood from Wrestle Talk TV, because she doesn't know where Leslie Edwards is.
Look, Leslie Edwards is a genius. He's a wrestling genius. He's a god.
He puts me to shame, to be completely honest.
Anyway,
but that's not very difficult to do, is it?
It's a very good question, maybe to sort of almost sum this thing up. What T-shirt will you be wearing, Weeds, going to show your support at SmackDown?
I am going to go out there, and of course, I'm going to wear an Aces and Eights one. No, I will be packing my Punk T-shirt in
Why would you do such a thing?
That he's going to rock up on SmackDown.
Oh my God! You see what I've got to part with?
To be honest, I want that New Evolution one.
Oh, the one with the little stick men.
Yeah, I want that. I'm going to see if I can get me one of those when we're there.
You won't be able to get that because they always only have to flip in the shop Euro T-shirts on there. You get the cheap knockoffs. Why do we get that? Why do we get that? I mean, I'm not being funny, but they're coming over here from the US. So why not just ship the same shirts as well? Anybody get that?
No, and they only have one stand, don't they, normally when we go? So we'll see what they've got, because we have gone so far off topic. We're taking a hiatus with CM Punk.
Anyway, guys, just if you are going to the SmackDown event, let me know over the comment spots below. If you're going to Raw, let us know as well. We're going to the O2, so it's going to be good in London. And also as well, I mean, let us know your views on the WWE World Heavyweight Championship picture with Daniel Bryan now no longer being in the frame. Well, he might still be. They might not take the belts off him. That's something.
I was going to say, after all this, we'll be completely wrong. So.
Yes, they might leave it on him, but if they don't, who do you think should pick up the belts? Do you think it should be a tournament? Do you think CM Punk's going to come back? Or do you think that the likes of Brock Lesnar could be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Let us know. Weeds, do you want to do any sort of jiggery pokery and promotional tools?
Jiggery pokery? No, I'm saving that for SmackDown on Tuesday.
I'm not going with you then.
Oh, it's the same as last year. If you haven't yet, please check out my channel, The Weeds World. Adding stuff to it all the time still. It should be in the comment section below. But other than that, if you are going to SmackDown, hopefully overall we're here from you.
Yes, make sure you go and check out Weeds' YouTube channel. As well, I've got some cheap plugs to do. Calling all YouTubers, I hope Weeds is going to be included in this as well. I want to make a bit of a CAW sort of tournament, so a Create a Wrestler tournament. So it could be coming up in the pipeline very soon on WWE 2K14. So if you do have a CAW and you are a YouTuber, send me your search tags via Twitter and let me know the CAW to download it, and you might very well see it featured in one of my videos coming up in the future. Because I want to build a tournament. I don't know how many people are going to be in it, so I'll see how it goes, but it's just an idea up here in my head. So let me know. Catch me on Twitter at Delzinski. As well, don't forget I have got a roster video out with WWE 2K15, so make sure you go check that out as well. It's doing pretty well. I'm quite happy with it. Let me know your views on the potential roster, what you think is going to happen, and also the news that possibly the game might not even come out this year. It might come out next year. Damn. Woo! There's a lot to talk about. Yes. But, I mean, as always, this kind of wraps up We Talk. That was a lot of plug-in right there.
I was going to say it's a lot of plug-in. You're going to turn off the national grid.
I have to do my bit. Anyway, I mean, guys, this has been another We Talk. I hope you enjoyed it. As per usual, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and do the other business as well. Weez, do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah, see you all soon. And if we do run into you at SmackDown, please come and say hello.
Weeds will be charging for autographs. Until next time, please rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Delzinski and Weeds signing out.